Welcome to ATR Powerslam, Above the Rings exclusive YouTube show coming to you to provide you all wrestling results with the week ending in 5/20/2023 with the 15-minute time limit. We're your hosts, the SLB and Scott, with John Statman on assignment. Before we begin, please make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. We're going to kick things off with Scott for Monday Night Raw.
All right, kicking things off on Raw, we had Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn fighting the Judgment Day right off the rip on the show. It's always good when the show starts off with a nice little brawl. We'll lead things off for a little later. But in-ring action kicked off with Shinsuke Nakamura actually being displayed as the powerhouse that he should have always been. It's nice to see him finally getting getting his due. Takes on and defeats The Miz. Gunther came out with his debut on Raw after being drafted over and was standing at ringside for the Night of Champions Battle Royal. The winner would receive a title shot at Night of Champions. And of course, Sam, you all know how this is. You know how much I love my Battle Royals and all these other tournaments, etc., etc. A surprise winner in Mustafa Ali getting the win. He'll face Gunther at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. Maybe it's not so much of a surprise, but we'll go from there. We got a match challenge issued by Becky Lynch towards Trish Stratus for Night of Champions, so that should be a lot of fun. Dominic Mysterio continuing to use Mommy to his advantage, getting another win over Xavier Woods. It's nice to see Woods getting a singles push, but now he's got a problem with the whole Judgment Day, so this should be very interesting going forward. We had Indu Sheer have their Raw debut as well, defeating two local competitors, Drake Thompson and LeVar Barbie. We had Cody Rhodes with more words towards Brock Lesnar, going towards their fight coming up at Night of Champions. We had Raquel Rodriguez defeat Chelsea Green because Liv Morgan was out due to an injury with their last match. But unfortunately, that didn't matter. Even though the Raquel got the win, we had Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler attack after the match and take out Raquel. And then your main event, the Judgment Day, getting a big victory over Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, thanks to both Imperium and Paul Heyman. So very interesting things are developing on Raw. We jump over to NXT, where we had Cora Jade defeat Fallon Henley in the NXT Women's Championship tournament. She moves on to the semifinals. We had the Creed brothers defeat the Dyad in a very, very competitive tag team match. I love both these teams, and it's sad that the Dyad is probably leaving once October rolls around. We had Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams get a big victory over Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey. Kiana James defeated Thea Hale. Thea Hale is another one I'm glad we get to see more TV time with her. And in your main event, we had Roxanne Perez defeating JC Jane in the NXT Women's Championship tournament, moving over to the semifinals. So I will tag out to Sam so we can talk about some Dynamite and some ROH and Impact.
So yes, kick off the night. We had, I'm looking at the right date. Yes, it is May 17th, 32nd birthday of yours truly. Christian Cage and Luchasaurus did lay out Wardlow kick off the show. Following that, the opening match, we had Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy defeat Big Bill and Lee Moriarty. Following that, we had Sammy Guevara take on and defeat Exodus Prime. I believe they're a local. The Outcast defeated Hikaru Shida and Britt Baker. Probably leading up to something going into Double or Nothing. Following that, we had the big announcement. We will be talking in our new segment that will be dropping this week. Tony Khan announces AEW Collision. Following that, we had Roderick Strong take on and defeat, surprisingly, Chris Jericho. Big win for good old Roddy. Following that, we had Jungle Jack Perry take on and defeat Roosh. Switchblade Jay White took on, defeated Ricky Stark, surprisingly by disqualification. Not the way you would expect this match to end. You'd maybe think the other way, but no. I think Ricky is kind of sick of Jay White and his shenanigans. Following that, and to close the night off, we obviously had Don Callis, who was supposed to come out and address the thing at hand, and then a big brawl broke out, leading to, I believe, Anarchy in the Arena with Adam Page returning to the Elite for Double or Nothing. Gonna hop over to Thursday nights with start with Ring of Honor Impact. This was a loaded card. We had Rey Fenix take on defeat Gringo Loco. Willow Nightingale taking on defeated Maddie Renkowski. I totally butchered that name. Iron Savages took on defeated the Wingman, Pretty Peter Avalon, and Ryan Namath. Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal took on defeated Cole Carter and Zach Clayton. Lady Frost took on and defeated Miranda Elise. Angelico and Serpensko took on and defeated our good boy Cheeseburger and Eli Isam. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. We had a New Japan World TV title match. Zack Sabre Jr. taking on and successfully defending against AR Fox.
Wow.
The Gates of Agony taking on and defeating the boy. Well, two of the Gates of Agony taking on one of the boys in Dalton Castle. Mercedes Martinez. Wait, there's like two matches there. Okay. Shane Taylor and the Workhorsemen took on defeated Shaft, Ricky Gibson, and Eddie Pearl. Mercedes Martinez taking on and defeating, oh man, I'm totally missing this name, Ashley D'Amboise. And then the main event, Action Andretti and Darius Martin take on and defeated the Kingdom. Hopping over to the Impact Zone. Kicking the night off, we had the Design take on Johnny Swinger and Zicky Dice. Trey Miguel take on and defeated Laredo Kid. Jason Hotch taking on defeating Ace Austin.
Wow.
Trinity making her, I believe, her Impact in-ring debut against Kylan King. Getting that W there. Jody Threat took on defeated Syria. I'm butchering half these names today. It's a Sunday morning. We're having a lot of fun, guys. Jonathan Gresham, Yuya Mura, and Alex Shelley taking on and defeating Moose, Eddie Edwards, and Frankie Kazarian. I'm going to tag over right back to Scott to give us good old WWE SmackDown results.
Good old SmackDown. So we started off with the bloodline of Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa in the ring, calling out KO and Sammy. We had a nice little standoff in the ring before the Usos attacked, taking out both Sammy and KO. But unfortunately, this was not what Roman wanted. Roman wanted to get something off his chest towards Sammy, and Roman's not very happy. He left the ring. He accidentally bumped into Solo, and Solo kind of gave him the look. So I was a little like, oh, okay, we're planting seeds here for Roman to literally have nothing left after Night of Champions. This should be a lot of fun. Pretty Deadly had their SmackDown tag team debut, defeating the Brawling Brutes. Love that Pretty Deadly's on SmackDown now. They're going to do so well on this. I cannot wait to see more from them. Asuka getting a big victory over Zelina Vega. They seem to be pushing Vega, at least from a standpoint of having her be on television more, really embracing the Latino roots and the whole LWO faction. It's nice to see. She's another one who's been very underutilized, so it's nice to see her getting some more TV time. Bianca Belair comes out to try to save Zelina after Asuka holds on to the Asuka lock just a little too long. Gets missed in the face once again, but it was not the chili mix that it was the week prior. So Asuka with the mind games going towards Night of Champions. We had the debut of the Grayson Waller effect on SmackDown. They did this up real nice. I mean, the NXT one was good, but this was next level. Of course, his guest was a former rival of his, AJ Styles, and they talked about the championship match with AJ and Seth Rollins for the new World Heavyweight Championship, and Waller did not forget, clearly rooting for Seth Rollins here. We had the Street Profits take on and defeat LA Knight and Rick Boogs. LA Knight's on this quest to be able to beat the Street Profits with anybody. Well, so far he's 0-1. We had NXT Women's title match. Well, actually not really a title match, but a little bit of an exhibition as Alba Fire and Isla Dawn took on and defeated Valentina Flores and Yulisa Leon. We also had U.S. champion Austin Theory come out, just keep running his mouth. And of course, he gets a bro kick from Sheamus. So it looks like Sheamus now next week will have himself a U.S. title match. And then your main event, the downfall of the Usos continue as the LWO picks up a huge victory over the Usos. Thanks to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, but neither here nor there. So that's it for the WWE product this week. I'll tag back over to Sam so we can talk about Rampage, and then we're done.
Oh, we're gonna clock right into Rampage with Jade Cargill. Obviously now over 500 days as the TBS champion. Championship. I believe there was an open challenge. Either way, I actually did not watch, but I will get right to the point here. Got the win. Obviously, 500 days. Taya Valkyrie's out though. Sounds like we might be getting this at Double or Nothing if it wasn't already booked. We had our boys, the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass Billy Gunn, taking on defeating the Varsity Athletes. Dustin Rhodes took on and defeated a third of the Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team, Bishop Khan. And that was our main event.
That was it. Cool. Yeah, it was real short.
Real short. It is Rampage, as we know. Oh, and I missed this. Opening match was BCC taking on defeating the Best Amigos, best friends, and Bandito. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to check out our podcast that drops every other week. We do have Double or Nothing or a Supercard weekend coming up. Double or Nothing, Battleground, and Night of Champions. Don't forget to tune in when we drop that. Thank you so much for watching.